fellas. Just speaking my mind again. Fucking a show. Stress, doing the head miles. Every thought I think comes out of my mouth. Can't shut up. Constant explanation in self-defense for my reputation. Might say something with no relevance to stress, but yeah, it's fucking still makes perfect sense because it's psychologically, logically obvious, yeah? When I talk about electricity and scarification, pardon me, like this one. Yeah, man. The autopsy piece, a tribute to the dead, rest in peace, motherfuckers. Hey, cunts. Anyway. Fucking, yeah, talk about electricity. When you do it, you can't go over 10 seconds when you burn, or you go into cardiac arrest, you have a heart attack, and your heart stops beating if you go over 10 seconds. And then you have to shock it back into rhythm, defibrillate, and then touch 10 times with the pen, right in the centre of the body, the solar plexus, 10 times on the beat to put it back into rhythm, mate. Otherwise, if you stop off the beat under 10 seconds, you put your heart out of rhythm. You have to do the 10 test burns, put it back into rhythm. And 10 dot burns, put it back, touch burns, to put it back into rhythm on staying alive. No. 1 beat per second, like fucking 1 burn per second, touch, put it back in rhythm. If you stop under 10 seconds off the beat, you put your heart out of rhythm. But you go over it, you're going to cardiac arrest. So you always aim for 9, and you aim for 9 centimetre sections, and you turn the amperage up accordingly, like maybe 1 amp, do the maths, 1 amp or 10 amps at a time, and then you let your patient know the amperage of the burns, and you do like the dots, just burning dots, 9 dots on the beat, 10 centimetre intervals, or 1 centimetre intervals, 10 millimetre intervals, right on the beat, and you check the pulse, man, hold one hand on the pulse, and you do it start on the beat, stop on the beat, like fuck, and then you keep your heart in rhythm that way. You put it in someone else's rhythm if that ever happens, like fucking anyway. Fuck. Yeah. That's about the truth of electroscarification. Turn the voltage up to match your body mass and the amperage to how deep you want to cut. You do 9 test burns, 10 millimetre intervals on the beat, 1 beat per second. Like fucking, yeah, man. That's how you do scarification, man. You let your patient know they're the burns, they're getting bigger. Which one did you like best, which one burnt the most? Sweet, man. You can hack the pain, man. It's easy, man. Electricity is crazy because there's voltage and amperage, and then there's a big risk involved putting your heart out of rhythm or fucking dying and going to cardiac arrest. If your heart's healthy and you go into cardiac arrest, you might get it beaten again, defibrillate, get it beaten again, and then some sort of rhythm, and then fucking compressions too, shock, compression, shock, compression, shock, compressions, 10 compressions in between each shock, and then fucking it might put your heart back in rhythm. That way, if it's good, when it starts beating again, if it's in a good rhythm, leave it. Otherwise, 10 burns, 10 seconds. 1 each second, 10 burns, boom, 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 staying alive, bring him alive, fucking resurrect. Anyway, there's nothing on the other side of swear. Mate fucking electrocuted me with a Vom meter. 240 volts grounded to the sink in the caravan. Just can't remember what happened. It's like, every 10 seconds I want my life, you see black and white at the same time. Not even aware of your presence. Not even aware of your existence on planet Earth, man, because amnesia. All you see is fucking black and white. It's like purgatory. Fucking nothingness, like every 10 seconds of my life. And if you overstimulate the brain with electricity, your synapse fire alternatively back and forth at random, overpowered. And fucking at random, your synapse fire back and forth alternatively and cause amnesia. If you overstimulate your prostate, yeah, forced ejaculation, electrical stimulation, mate, it's true. Anyway, man, fucking, probably had orgasm, I didn't even know it. Because grounded to the sink, one hand, and touched the probes with the other hand, 10 seconds, he took them off, and fucking, overstimulated. If it reached my brain from there, probably reached my fucking nuts too. I didn't even know. It blew me light. How's that, man? I didn't even know that. Maybe. I don't know. Fucking hectic, man. I mean, a little bit like amperage, the voltage, you get that right. It's antagonistic, man. You can fucking, it could cause too much pleasure. And it's unbearable. too much pleasure and it's not fucking unbearable. I dreamt about it, man. It seems more like it was fucking reality. They drugged me, and then when I came to, they electrocuted me. Well, they're using electricity, electrical device implanted in my guts to fucking overstimulate my brain, cause amnesia. That's got wires, or it reports to fucking other injections of electrical stimulation batteries and remote control. It reports to one in the back of my neck or something. Fucking, they can overstimulate my brain, cause amnesia, or slight, partial amnesia. So, like, you're not aware of your presence, but you're doing what they're told, because if they activate too much electricity somewhere else, it's unbearable or painful. Activate the amperage too much, it's painful. Activate electricity anywhere else, it becomes unbearable. And so you do what you're told, even though you're not even aware of what you're doing. It's fucking hectic shit, man. Electrostimulation, mate. No shit. It's fucked. Implants everywhere. All over my body, twitches. I feel it in my ass, my prostate. I feel it in my prostate, through to my dick, like tingles in my dick, sharp pain at the end of my dick, right at the end of my dick. Just gentle, and too much pleasure sometimes is, as long as it's not too long, not for too long, it's quite antagonistic, but it's like semi-antagonistic, If it's too pleasurable but not for too long, it's alright every now and then. You can if you can hack it, it's alright, It depends how long if I can electrocute someone for. If it's too much electricity, and it's not for too long, it's fucking like sadistic. Sadistic, yeah. Sadistic, a bit of extra pain every now and then. People will enjoy it as long as it doesn't last for too long, Anyway, extra pleasure, I should say. A bit of extra pleasure. Too much pleasure. A bit of extra pleasure every now and then. As long as it doesn't last for too long. Sadistic. You're pain slut, Fucking anyway. Anyway, if you like pain, if you like the pain, you can bear it. Just a little bit of it extra, a little bit extra. It's alright. Or the pleasure. Unbearable pleasure. Too much pleasure. Too much of anything is not a good thing. If you know too much, too much of anything is not a good thing, including knowledge itself. Half of what you fucking want to know, you don't want to fucking know when you consider the balance of good and evil. Anyway. The more you know, fucking more you don't want to live, bro. Swear to God. The more you know, the more you know. The more we thank God for the fact that we're all going to die, mate, because no one deserves to suffer forever, yet we all suffer. No. So thank God for the fact that we're all going to fucking die one day. We all suffer, from paper cut to broken arm, cold flu to corona. Just even the limitations of society, the law, and the laws of physics, We all want to fly away and explore the cosmos, come back and tell everyone about it, but we can't just do that, man. It's gravity, fuck. A spaceship do that, and you'd be lucky to fucking survive it, It's crazy shit. Anyway, man. Fuck, that's just electrical stim and gravity. Now we're talking physics, man. Laws of physics. Fucking laws of physics, gravity and buoyancy. Buoyancy. Anything that weighs less than the amount of water it displaces will float. And we'll talk about lift. Fucking on a wing of a plane, over the wing of a plane, or under the wing of a plane. So the wing of the plane is flat underneath and curved over the top. The air thins out over the top to meet up with it at the back. It causes a low pressure system on top of the wing and a standard pressure system under the wing, which lifts the plane up in the air. So it sucks the plane up in the air with forward motion as it passes through the air. Crazy, huh? The point where helicopter pilots would rather be high off the ground, than fucking like lower, because if you're at a certain height, the rotors will spin backwards. If they fail, engine failure, the rotors will spin backwards and work a bit like a parachute in reverse. They drag, slow you down, and you might survive the crash, fucking anyway. Hectic, eh? And rotors, we're talking about helicopters, rotors, quad rotors and that, fucking drones and that, they'll never fly over like something like 520, 550 k's an hour, because as the rotors push, if you get up to top speed, you're going as fast as the rotors are going, they push in the opposite direction, they drag in the opposite direction once you reach a certain speed, the top speed, like fuck, the speed of the rotors. If you're going as fast as the rotors will start to drag in the air, like work like a spoiler. They spoil the fucking lift, you know. Anyway. Fucking true, man. If you put a fucking rear rotor facing backwards, like a propeller, or at the front, propeller facing backwards, you can fucking make a drone go really fast, man. Or a jet engine. You can make it, that's why the jet power fucking helicopters make them go heaps faster, man. You can push the rotors through the air, you know, like fucking anyway. Cut through the air more, faster. It's mad. Talking physics, man. Fucking oath, mate. Hectic. Anyway, man. Fucking hey. Hectic shit. Brain doing head miles, but I'm quite enjoying the fucking medication I'm on and pain relief. It's fucking oath, mate. Talk about chemistry. What about mercury poisoning? We'll talk about mercury poisoning. I'm going to talk about mercury poisoning. How about that? Fucking yeah. First thing it does, ruins your love drive, your emotions. It's all in the head. Ruins your love drive, fucks with your emotions, and you don't feel much you don't get much of a dick drive, if you know what I mean. You don't get much at all, man. With mercury poisoning, depending on the dose, you might be lucky to fucking halve your sex drive or lower it. Even worse, mate. It's fucked. Anyway, man. Dick drive. Then we talk about dick pain. Fucking oath, mate. I feel it from the ass in the prostate, through to my dick sometimes, man. It's like there's a piece of glass in there. If I move a certain direction, it fucking hurts, mate. Makes me abdominally and anally retentive, I swear. I got poisoned when I was a kid, man. Someone stuck a fucking thermometer up my ass and broke it. Mercury poisoning in glass and mercury poisoning in my ass, man. Fuck. Ruined my sex drive long before I reached puberty. You know? It took about 30 years to remember what happened. And fucking my dick drive came back to me when I get high. So fucking you never stop me. If you do, I'll probably kill myself. You know? It's just fucked. Maybe I use a bit too much these days. Don't even have a girlfriend. It's fucked, man. Anyway, talking about drugs, mercury poisoning. And first thing it does is ruin sex drive. And then it drives you mad all your life. And when you get crazy, you get suicidal tendencies, and you're bound to catch some other disease if you're using drugs or fucking. You're bound to do something stupid, maybe kill yourself. You know, it manifests. The craziness manifests all sorts of different illness, and you die of one of them. It'll drive you crazy, and you'll die of fucking manifested illness through suicidal tendencies. It's fucked. Drive you mad all your life and kill you. It's the worst kind of poisoning known to man. If you survive it, you're lucky. Like I was lucky it wasn't dimethylmercury, and I think that the dimethyltryptamine is the antidote, because I seen a fucking show on TV and a guy in the morgue picked up brain, all this mercury poured out. He said that might not have been and killed him because it's an antidote. Yeah, I think it's dimethyltryptamine when you think of dimethylmercury, and I think they use dimethyl alcohol in a thermometer now rather than mercury because mercury is so fucking toxic. Anyway, it all makes sense to me, mate, eh? Seems psychologically obvious, psychologically obvious. If it makes sense, it's fucking true. All I have to do is think about shit like that, and I'll figure it out. It all makes sense, perfect sense, mate. It's true. The pineal gland in the brain, when I saw the show on TV, the pineal gland in the brain's right at the centre of the brain. That produces DMT. You only experience that when you're born, or if you have a near-death experience, or when you die. You dimethyltryptamine. And I think that's the antidote for mercury poisoning. Overdose dimethyltryptamine, and it fucking neutralizes the mercury poisoning at the centre of your brain. It's crazy, and I think mercury, you talk about mercury, in the centre of the earth. It's the only liquid metal we know of, one of the heaviest metals, if not the heaviest metals we know of, natural mercury, whatever. Well, I can't remember what they call the term they use, but just natural mercury, not dimethylmercury. Yeah, and it's like the earth's kind of porous, you know. The sand holds the water, but fuck, it'll drip through the sand, mercury. You can absorb it through your skin, and even through some rubber gloves. Dimethyltryptamine will go straight through some rubber gloves, and dimethyltryptamine will kill you in a couple of weeks. I don't know if the antidote works for that, but You start to lose your cognitive functions. You go blind. You can't hear. You can't smell. You can't feel. You can't balance yourself. You die, man. Anyway, yeah, I was thinking like the Earth